Bada boom, number 4. So this was my check mark, Maté talk number 4. I was gonna see whether this was gonna be a good idea. A lot of people, when they saw that first episode, actually mentioned to me how nervous I looked. I looked like a deer in headlights on the very first time that I did this. And I did say, sorry, I'm gonna pour my mate. I hope you guys have all got, oh, it's hot water. This is no cut, so we keep going. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I hope you got your drinks. So whatever those drinks may be, hopefully you got your mate, those who are adventurous enough to delve down this path. Yeah, 4 weeks, and 4 weeks was my checkpoint to see whether this was going to be a concept that I wanted to pursue with. The response has been great. I'm really appreciative. I was super nervous. I think that's what it was. I put it this way. It's like creating a party, balloons are out, chips are on the table, music is playing, but will anybody come? Is anybody gonna actually, be at that party? And then the worst part is, imagine that one person who gets to the party and he's like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. This looks, and so I was scared that only one person would come in. And then the whole thing. So that's why I thought, 4 weeks, I'm gonna test 4 weeks, and that gave me like an out. So I'm gonna give it two more months, so 3 months in total is the new approach. So 3 months is gonna be the new gauge, because the other concern that I have is, will I run out of things to say and do, and will you guys get tired of going, here, smell this, taste, not taste, but try that, blah, blah, blah. And you'd be like, I don't care anymore. I don't care what this guy thinks. I love this perfume. It's on that point, so let me segue into that now, that as you put forward your recommendations to me of fragrances that you would like me to go out and test, etc., I think it's fair to say, and I made an assumption here, and in your comments, correct me if I'm wrong, that you want me to be as honest as possible. Not brutal, because there's no need for that, but you want me to experience it, share my views and what I would, what I think on it. I'm guessing that's why I'm getting a lot of people say, test this out, have a look at this, etc., etc. So you want me to be honest. So I'm going to endeavor to always, when I do a review, even if I don't like it, I will never say things like, this is terrible, don't ever buy this, because I respect the fact that someone's put a lot of hard work in creating that particular fragrance, in this case. And I don't want to be disrespectful, because, and also, I guess the arrogance on my part to say, don't ever buy this or anything like that. I mean, so you'll never get that from me. I will say, actually, there's one word that we use in our family, which is not my tempo. For those who may have seen the movie Whiplash, you'll know where it's from. If you haven't seen Whiplash, I encourage you to go out and see this movie. It's the greatest movie when it comes to how do you create geniuses. That's the essence of the thing. Awesome film. I think it won an Academy Award, etc. But anyway, so we use so when we smell something in our family, if we don't really enjoy something or it doesn't suit our style, we say, not my tempo. So I will, if something's not quite right, or not so, if something doesn't really suit with me, I will say that it's not for me, but obviously it would suit a person that likes this, that, and the other. There are 3 recommendations that came through this, well, there were multiple recommendations, but I grabbed 3. And this is why I feel like this is going well. I'm getting more recommendations than I have time to actually deliver. And plus, I don't want to do this. I don't want these things to go for an hour. 10 minutes is where I'd like it to be. This one's going to be a little bit longer, so I'm giving you a heads up. Because there's a video that I'm going to show you. We're changing the style. So the first one is so I did a review on aromatic fragrances, and I basically said, if you like Sauvage by Dior, I mean, who doesn't? Awesome fragrance. Previous to niche fragrance collecting, I was collecting designers. I had a wonderful designer collection, and Sauvage is one of those classics that was in my collection. I put forward to, and I mentioned that I have started a TikTok channel. I'm one of those hipsters now. I'm a cool kid. So I started a TikTok channel, and a lot of the guys or the people there are asking me, I think it's a younger group that is in that sort of sphere, are asking me, I like some designer, or they're naming some designer fragrances, and they're asking me what would I recommend in niche. So I created this video. If you like Sauvage, then 6 fragrances that I would recommend. Now, Mick Chopper, who I understand, or I believe is a local lad from Melbourne, local boy from Melbourne, and he put forward a brand called ZILLI by Blue Titanium. Oh, sorry, ZILLI is the brand, Blue Titanium is is the actual product. Here's the video, so you can see that I actually tested. It's on this arm right here. And off the cuff, awesome fragrance. So if you like Sauvage, I would recommend as an entry-level fragrance, Blue Titanium, spectacular. The longer answer, it's not for me. And that's more because I'm knee-deep in niche now, and I have, my taste has evolved, and I really like things that are a lot more complex. But again, if you're new to niche, this would be a winner. And again, I'm gonna say that whoever's wearing this kind of fragrance, this style of fragrance, I can see myself as a younger man wearing this. So I can see a lot of clubs with this. So if you go into clubs, if you like clubs, and you don't wanna wear Sauvage, because everybody else will be wearing it, and the other half will be wearing Paco Rabanne 1 million, then you wanna stand out, this is one to do that with. So Blue Titanium, really beautiful fragrance. Started super citrus, very vibrant, almost effervescent, I would say. Actually, I wrote my notes here. Then it moved into, I felt that it went to like a vanilla sort of place, but there's no vanilla in it, but there is. And then when I saw the notes, I tried to define what was going on, and there is iris in there, and I think the iris is giving it that creamy component to it. There is also tobacco and patchouli in the base. I'm not getting that musty patchouli scent to it. It's very fresh, very aromatic. As I said, this would be, when you start sweating this thing, I reckon will just be glorious, and we just sort of mix in with you so beautifully. So yeah, so if you're a young person, you like clubbing, things of that nature, then I think this one here would be awesome. And I think the pricing on this, I'll put it here, is also spectacular. And yeah, so different one. So thanks, Mick, appreciate that. Next one is, I always love when people discover the channel and go through the videos, and they're like, because I work very hard to make sure that there's a diverse range of different styles to appeal to different audiences. And I've had a person called Cyril in South Africa. Cyril has been going through my library of content, and writing comments, which I'm so appreciative. I thank you for doing that. And it's exciting. Cyril has really resonated with a lot of the work that Kevin and I have been doing in the Oligarch store. And one of the fragrances that Cyril has sort of zeroed in on is the Blend Oud range of fragrances. And one that asked me to have a look at is called Eclipse Reserve. Here's the video to prove that I was there, and that's what the bottle looks like. Now, Eclipse Reserve is phenomenal, absolutely spectacular. From start to now, it's been now probably about 5-6 hours that it's been on this arm. And it is, it's interesting because when I first started, I always, and I still feel that I'm a bit of an oud rookie when it comes to the note, the oud note. But if I'm an oud, if I'm not sure about oud, then and if this is oud, I'm in. I mean, count me in. This is awesome. For me, when I first sprayed, and actually I've got it here, this was a lemon lime explosion also, super vibrant and rich. Sometimes I find that some citruses could sort of lean across to like a cleaning product. I know that they use citruses in cleaning products, which makes me sad. This wasn't, so that didn't fall in there. It didn't remind me of any form of cleaning product or anything like that. It had lime and had this lemon sort of vibe about it. But there was a subtle oud signature down the bottom. I was just getting that little bit of that animalic component to the woodiness and the woodiness of the actual oud. On card, and I've got it here, actually I'm gonna rip this open. On card, it was a little bit one-dimensional. Oh no, it's there, it's there. And maybe I was getting overpowered with all the other smells in Oligarch. Actually, yeah, so it's a real winner. What I found that on skin and where it is now, it does move into the more animalic component of the fragrance. I know that there is, I think, civet in there. So sort of nice, rich, musky tone to it, plus the oud. Now, it did have a slight leathery component at one stage, and actually this evolved beautifully. It was just like, it was like a dance. At one stage, I was like picking up honey notes. I found out later that there is fig, which is one of my all-time favorites within fragrances, and also it had ylang-ylang. I find that ylang-ylang is a glorious, glorious floral scent that is not floral-like, you know. There is it's like a fruit-like quality to it, but with a floral signature to it. It's just spectacular. Anyway, this one here, awesome. Blend Oud as a house, have an amazing range of fragrances, and Eclipse Reserve, rock and roll. Now, last one, and this one here, I'm playing jazz, but this is another level of jazz that I'm doing. So one thing that we do when we drink Maté, and I haven't shown this to you guys, is we always have some kind of treat. Again, in our family, we call it treatings, because it's a treat, but you're eating it. And so where Oligarch is located is in a Jewish neighborhood. And I was running from meeting to meeting, so I went to Oligarch and I was like a whirlwind in there. And then I went off to my meetings. So as I was driving, super hungry, and I thought I need to eat something. And I saw this little, like a hole in the wall. And I stopped, and it was a Jewish bakery of some sort. And I bought myself this gorgeous looking treating thing here, which I'm gonna have, something. But what I'm gonna show you is this. Because I had a subscriber, Philip. Philip, actually, where are you from? So if you could put in your comments, I'd love to know whereabouts you're from. Philip has been following me from the very beginning, so thank you, Philip, for all the support. I appreciate it. And he recommended the Spirit of Dubai. Now, Spirit of Dubai as a range of fragrances are next level. Really, really spectacular. I don't think there's anything in the collection that isn't amazing. Oligarch have just recently picked up their second generation fragrances, which are, they look like trophies, and I'm gonna show you a video in a second. They look like trophies. They are very complex when it comes to the actual fragrance, and I'm gonna talk about the one that I've got on my hand here. And on top of that, they use, obviously, oud as part of their signature. Now, Philip asked me to talk about the full range, and I'm like, it's gonna be very hard, and it would be something that I would have to do over time. So what I thought, I'm gonna go into Oligarch, I'm gonna film with Kevin, and I literally walked in, hey mate, how you doing? I went up to him, put a mic on him, and I said, he goes, what are we doing? I said, don't worry about it, we're gonna film this thing, and here's the video. So while you watch this, I'm gonna have my mate, and I'm gonna enjoy my treatings, so enjoy. So I'm rolling, walking in, and here we go, boom, boom. Kevin walks in.
Hey mate.
I love Kevin. All right, so this is me and my man Kevin.
Hello. What's up, guys?
So we're going rogue here. I walked in, put a mic on Kevin, and doing a handheld. I don't know if you can see me here. Look, I'll show you. Check it, handheld on this device. So what I wanted to do was have a look at the second generation Spirit of Dubai's.
Just arrives, new arrival. Yep.
And I thought we're gonna smell one randomly.
Okay.
I asked Kevin to give me a bit of a cheat, tell me what it was, and he said no. So I'm gonna spray on my hand.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. This is I've been told this lasts anywhere between 24 hours to 48 hours.
He does these two.
I always do 2 sprays.
He always does
Never
2 sprays.
So, this one's called Jesse. Yeah, and each one from Spirit of Dubai, they have a different head. So each one has its own head. This one has a black rose.
Looks awesome.
So we can imagine that it's
a
rose and the oud fragrance.
Funny, I'm getting more citrus than I'm getting. Have a look at that.
Me too. Yep. Quite a citrus for me, more of the spices.
Yeah.
In the opening. Each fragrance in Spirit of Dubai are packed in with like 30 notes.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
Right.
So I'm not surprised that we can pick up other stuff too.
And actually, I'm not picking up like stinky oud. I was worried that I was going to get, because one that I did smell was the one with the horse. What's that one called?
This one's called Abjar, which is their leathery oriental oud.
And that's like
heavy.
This
one, Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose. There's like 4 or 5 different.
It's beautiful, man.
Roses on
What's
it.
this one worth?
just a measly $1,800.
Chump change.
That was $45 that I just put on his hand. So,
Bada bing. Anyway, so there it is. Spectacular. I wanted to do this quickly because I really wanted to do the second generations properly with you.
yeah.
But I just wanted to come in today, just have a quick smell.
Nice.
Actually, that's really good, mate. I'm really
nice introduction. I think if any of your viewers want a review, particularly on anything, they could comment below. Doesn't have to be second. Could be the first generation.
Actually, I want to do a shout out. So Kevin just released a video on.
This is called Bahar, which is an aromatic, fresh scent for spring, summer. This one here I did with one of our customers in store. So Kev TV as well.
Kev TV. All right, thanks guys. So there you have it. Kev TV. If you are not subscribing to this man, he's awesome. Subscribe to him. He actually reviews a lot of fragrances within the Oligarch store. So if you want to see something different, unique, then I would recommend you follow him. He's an awesome guy also. So there you have it. I would love to do, so Philip, I think that the spirit of Dubai's need, not reverence, but just, I would like to give them proper attention. So I wanted to do that just to give you an indication that yes, I saw your message and I do want to do something about that. These fragrances, so the first generation are just gorgeous, gorgeous perfumes. Second generation is something else. This fragrance on my hand was, again, I go back, if I was an oud rookie or if this is oud, count me in. This is beautiful. This was like an orchestra. The notes was like an orchestra on my hand. As I was moving around, as I was driving, I was picking up different parts and I was trying to isolate because I had 3 fragrances on. Who was creating this music on my, through smell, and it was definitely that Spirit of Dubai fragrance. So I'd love to explore this a little bit deeper, give it a lot more love, a lot more attention. If you're lucky enough to be here, or let's say it this way, if you're lucky enough to have access to the second generation Spirit of Dubai's, go in, check them out. They're really impressive. Even the one, and I forgot the name of it, but the one with the horse on it. That is intense, but it was still spectacular. Such a beautiful, just really, really unique fragrance, just awesome fragrance. There it is. Thank you, everyone. 4 weeks of Maté Talk, and so far I think it's been well received. I'd love to hear your comments. Tell me anything that you would like to see different. I included that video there and I stayed on camera just so you can see that it's all real time. No editing. I want to keep the editing down to a minimum. And it's more, I think it's more I guess it's about being in the moment and in that sincere approach. Not that it's insincere before. Now I better stop before I dig a hole. But what I want is being in that moment. I want to be in the moment and share this with you as if I'm with you. I think that's what it is. It's sharing it as if I'm with you right here, right now. And by the way, I don't remember the name of this place, but I'm gonna have to go find it. This is awesome. This is a cinnamon scroll, but it's not because this is pretty spectacular. Anyway, thank you everyone. We'll see you on the next episode. Oh.